today I want to make, ooh, look at that shine off of that. So I'm going to make a pot of coffee using the old Coleman 502 stove. So give us an opportunity to give this a whirl. And yeah, we haven't used this in a while. So last time you guys seen a video of this was super dirty, black. You can see now it's clean inside and out. I'd cook on it and in it and be happy to do so. You can see inside this cap too. I mean, it was super black, but not anymore. So let's get this stove pumped up and get ourselves a cup of coffee going. Okay. There she goes. So if the camera's picking up any of that flame, turn it all the way up. The pumper really build a, there's a good flame. I want to get a really good compression in here. And there she is, guys. So you know the drill. We used this a couple weeks ago on our red camp stove, alcohol stove. Took a bit to make a pot of coffee. Used this the other day on a solid, what do you call it, solid fuel stove. So now we'll try this little pot of coffee on the 502. I'll bet you she's going to perform really nice. We got the water in there. Put the coffee grounds in before we left, so I wouldn't have to do that. You can hear that 502, she sounds nice, doesn't it? Let's put the pot on here, and we'll just see how long it takes. I don't think it's going to take but a couple minutes because this thing is really cranking out some heat. That feels nice, as a matter of fact. So yeah, first time using the 502. It's amazing. A little bit of elbow grease. So I wet sanded. What we did here, this is super black if you remember right. So I wet sanded it with 1,000 grit, 1,500 grit, 2,000 grit, 2,500 grit. Then I did a 3,000 grit, and then after 3,000 grit, and on 3,000 was a wet sand. All the other ones were wet sand. And then I took, I want to say it's white diamond polish, and then polished. You know, I did all of that, all them steps, top and bottom, inside and out. And that's how you get this finish. And it takes, I don't know, I want to say I probably had somewhere between 2 to 4 hours. You kind of lose track of time when you're down there and you're just sanding away. And when I say down there, I do this in my basement. So when I'm down in my basement working on this, it just takes time, and you just kind of lose track of time when you're just sanding and sanding and sanding. So I know it wouldn't have been any less than 2 hours, and it may have been as much as 4. I guess I don't know, but it sure is I'm gonna put this over. Where do I put that? How about right there? There we go. That looks good right there. So yeah. As I said before, this came from a friend of mine. He picked it up at an estate sale. I don't know what he paid for it, but he gave it to me, and he wasn't sure if it worked or anything like that. So we put oil on the pump, made sure the leather was good there, and we didn't have to do anything. The tank was super clean. Everything about this stove was nice. So once we gassed it up, pumped it up, once that leather on the pump got saturated, she pumped up really nice. And then from there we cleaned her up and away we go. So yeah. Well, I still got lots of pressure. Ooh. It burned some hair on my finger. Ooh, I can smell that burnt hair. Now we just gotta be patient now. I don't think it's gonna take real long though. We're about, I don't know, 3 minutes in right now. Heck, on that little cube fuel stove, little folding stove, it only took, I don't know, 8 minutes. I think that's about what that cube burnt was, about 8 minutes. So I can't imagine with this type of flame that it's going to take 8 minutes to get coffee or get the coffee brewed up here. I can't hear if the water's doing anything because the stove is kind of loud. I mean, not really, right? But I can't hear if the water is starting to boil up or steam up, or I could hear that with that little cube stove. We'll just have to watch and wait for it to steam. We're about 4 minutes in. Oh, we got steam. We got steam, guys. See that? I don't know if you can see it or not. There she comes. There she comes. Nice. I do like how I can adjust this flame. I better leave it on high until it quits percolating out. That's it, my friends. That is it. So there you go. Took about 4 to 4.5 minutes on the red camp stove. Man, I think it took like 12 minutes. It took forever. On that little alcohol or that little cube stove the other day, the one that we're doing a giveaway on, check that video out. It took what, 6 to 8 minutes, and on this stove took about 4.5 minutes. So there you go. Alright guys, well, you know the drill. I'm gonna enjoy a cup of coffee. I'm really excited that we finally got to try this 502 stove out. I'm glad I got to show you the end result of a lot of elbow grease. I'm gonna enjoy a cup of coffee.